Is round one of the National Finals Rodeo. It's day one of the Top 15 Challenge, and we are in session 2. And you are about to be very blessed, and you're going to learn a lot from a young rider. Lexi, Brester, how are you?
I'm good. You?
I'm good. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
You're all patched up here, kid.
Yeah.
And what I like most is seeing that big Merhow patch on your shirt. So Merhow Trailers is actually one of our sponsors. They are the title sponsor of Top 15 Challenge. Tell me your Merhow story. How did you learn about the brand?
We were looking for trailers because I had to go to Vegas and I did NYRA. It's a rodeo I do back home in Oregon. And I needed somewhere to stay. So my parents found out about the Merhow brand, which I love very much. And we started customizing our trailer, and which has this wood impact that I love a lot.
She's pretty. Yeah. She smells good too.
Yeah. And after we were done customizing it, we ordered it, of course. And it actually didn't take that long to get done. And when we got it, it was beautiful, and I love the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are some things that were important to you when you thought about what you wanted in your trailer, in your home on the road, right? What were things that you asked for?
Probably this couch, because I sleep on one of these couches. Okay. And I don't know what else, honestly. And like the bathroom and like the shower, the type of shower that, yeah. And the mirrors.
Are you on social media?
No.
Okay. So there's these social media things. They're like, tell me something about your home that when people see it, they go, ooh. So what's one thing about your Merhow trailer? When your friends see it, they go, ooh.
Like the wood. And everyone loves the wood. And the cabinets. And the countertops.
What color are your countertops?
The same.
Oh,
gray. Like
so kind of the gray tan, kind of, yeah, like marbly looking. That's pretty. Well, awesome. Okay, so you're an Oregon cowgirl, right?
Yeah.
You do a little bit of everything. What's your favorite event, and what is your least favorite event, and why?
My favorite event is barrels. I used to do goats, but goats is my least favorite event because I used to fight it and like eat the dirt. So yeah.
And so why is barrels your favorite?
Because I love just like the 4-leaf clover pattern, and when I round the third girl, I love hustling home into that alleyway.
It's kind of an adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you and I were talking about that before we, fired up the Zoom, and now we're live. If you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, some of our other channels, welcome. You're watching something called Top 15 Challenge. You are welcome to sign in. It's free. Just go to top15challenge.com. That way you are registered. You can be a part of what we're doing. You will be registered to win this saddle for free. It's sponsored by Tennessee Real Properties. When you upgrade and you take it to the next level and you get into the Cactus Backstage Pass, then you have an opportunity to win all of these other cool prizes, like a Cactus Extreme Gel Pad every day of the finals. Merhow has actually sponsored these really beautiful Montana Silversmiths pieces of equipment, the kind they clip on a roper's belt, and they're like super handy. Wink, wink. So if you want to win one of those on social media, online, go to top15challenge.com and sign up for the Cactus Backstage Pass. So you and I were talking about, it's kind of scary having faith. And I said, what does faith mean to you? So let's start there. What does faith mean to you, Lexi?
To be confident in yourself and to trust your partner that you're riding with. It's very important to trust your partner.
And that's hard to do, especially in the beginning. Why? What were some of the thoughts that used to go through your head?
Like, what if she runs off? What if I fall off?
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are the things I mainly thought about, but now I don't think about those anymore. So
because you outgrew it, right?
Yeah.
So there's so many people watching that are still struggling with that. still struggling with those first thoughts. And it feels like you're never going to get over it. But when you do, it feels so good, right?
Yeah.
And so now you're kind of addicted to the adrenaline rush. You turn the third barrel, and that's why barrels is your favorite.
Yeah.
So isn't it awesome how something that we were once so afraid of doing can become our most favorite thing in the world? Do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah. But what does it take to get there? What did it take for you?
Lots of practice and took some tears.
Really? What have you shed tears about, my friend?
Messing up talking girls.
Ah.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because I want to be the best me and I could be. And sometimes that doesn't always.
I think this young lady's going to help all of us. So it's Stall High. Okay, that's an app. Not just during the national finals, but every week of the year, we really like to drill down on the mental block, locating the mental block in our horse, being willing to look in the mirror, to ask the question, is it stemming from us? Are we actually the ones with the mental block? And sometimes that's really hard to do. That's really hard to think about. So can you tell me a time when you struggled with your horse, but now it's easy for you?
When I first got DC, that was back in like last September. Yeah. It took me a little bit because she was faster than all my other horses. It took me a while to adjust to her. Sometimes she was ahead of me, and I kind of went through some rough patches during races, and yeah.
So I wonder why, because I was like you, I would get so upset with myself. I just put all that mental pressure on myself. And that's when I would shed tears too, because I thought I was letting my family down, or like I wanted my friends to go with me to the rodeo, and I didn't, because it seemed like I would have sweatier hands. I would get more nervous because I did invite them. So does that bother you too?
Yeah, sometimes like you want to impress your friends and yeah.
So what advice would you have to other people who are watching right now that might be your age? How old are you?
I'm 12.
Wow, you're so mature for 12.
Thank you.
So well spoken. I wish I could do this. Could have done this when I was 12. What would you say to someone who kind of struggles with that? Like they're maybe too hard on themselves. What do you tell yourself to lighten up?
Just to like stay calm and like everything's gonna be okay.
Does that work? Good. Is there anything else you've learned, like something that helps you? Is it something you eat? Is it a song that you listen to? Is it a movie that you watch that helps you relax?
Walk Ride Rodeo. That's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Because she never gave up. Even though she was paralyzed in a car accident, she still never gave up hope. And
So every time you watch that, does it make you just want to run to the barn and saddle your horse?
yeah.
Did you just see her little face light up? That's wonderful. That's a good thing to share. So watching something that inspires you, and that's what we want to do. We want to inspire viewers at home who feel like they're on the struggle bus, feel like they're having a hard time. They want to be where you are. So speaking of where you are, where are you? Where's this Merhel Park? In what city?
Nevada.
Las Vegas, Nevada. What brought you here? Where did you ride this morning? So tell us about your event and your ride this morning.
I did barrels this morning. I did the junior toughest down I don't know where it is actually. But I ran a 14.860. I could have maybe done better, but
I'll take a 14.860 any day, thank you. Wow. Okay, that's fantastic. And how did it feel? Do you remember anything from your run? Like, yes.
My second and third felt like really good. I just have to be patient around my second barrel because sometimes I want to finish it too much. So I had to be really patient around it, and that felt good.
And so it sounds like you might have had to learn that the hard way. So when you have not been patient, what happened?
I knocked it.
You knocked it down?
I could have ran a time that I really wanted to run, 14:30.
Oh, okay. So we're getting into the good stuff. I hope y'all are taking notes. So who helped you understand the value of being patient?
My horse trainer, Amanda Marriott.
All right, Amanda Marriott, thank you. And how did she explain it so that you understood it?
So, I'm going like this. I'm pulling up and around. So she told me just to like trust her. She knows how to turn the barrel.
Okay.
She told me she knows how to turn the barrel. So, I kind of had to trust myself and my horse and just keep my hands down. So, and then eventually it became muscle memory, and I did actually pretty good.
Yeah, and today you got that feeling like, it's happening in Las Vegas. Is this your first time to Las Vegas to run? No, oh, she's an old hat. Old hand at this. So how many times have you come here to run?
Twice.
Twice. Okay, and we did barrels today. What's the next event for you?
Breakaway. Yeah.
Breakaway?
Yeah.
Okay, and you running poles while you're here, or just barrels and breakaway?
Just barrels and breakaway.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about changing your mind. So our first session was with James Davison, and we talked about the learning curve. Okay, how long it takes someone to make progress is different for everybody, right? Like something might be super easy for you to pick up, but I would really struggle with it, and vice versa, right? It's very individual. But what we want to help people at home, and we also want to learn ourselves, is how to kind of iron out that learning curve so it doesn't take so long.
Yeah.
So if you want to flatten out that learning curve so that you get results easier, less painful for you and your horse, you're in the right place. But what we really want to prevent for people is not taking or allowing that learning curve to loop back around and become a vicious cycle of repeating mistakes. And so what we said earlier today was, if you want to change your horse, we challenge you to change your mind, because that's where the solution is. The problem with the problem is that you don't know the answer. Once you know the answer, it's not a problem anymore, right? So what is one time, it doesn't matter what it was, it could be about food, it could be about your horse, it could be about the color you liked. What's one thing that you've had to change your mind on?
Goats. I used to love goats, and now I'm not a big fan of goats anymore.
Why?
Because I used to eat it a lot, eat the dirt a lot.
So, and you've already told us you had to change your mind about your hand placement for your horse. So there's two things she's sharing, changing your mind. So you think you'll ever go back to goat time?
I don't know, maybe
Maybe.
if it comes down to something like coming back here again, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so that would motivate you if you got a chance to come back to Vegas for tying goats. So I wonder, what do you think could have been the reason, if we really think about it and think about the mechanics of it, like all the buttons? What do you think you were missing about goat time?
The step off, definitely.
She already knows. So what was it about the step off that made it hard?
Sometimes I would my foot would get stuck in the stirrup, and I'd fall, and sometimes I'd ham to the horn too early.
But if you had a coach that made it easy, that gave you the answers so that you knew why that was happening, you think it would be more fun? Yeah. I just might know a coach or two. A little expertise about getting off your horse one time. It's not me. I used to fight the dirt a lot in goat time. My goat tying career was very short. It was very brief. I was pretty clumsy actually when I was a teenager, especially when I started rowing. So yeah, that didn't work out for me so well, but barrels did. Barrels is my favorite event too. Tell me about your work ethic. Do you have a side hustle? Do you have a job?
No, I don't.
What does a day look like for you?
I wake up, go to school, do any homework if I have any, and then get ready for horses or any other sport I have that day.
Do your parents make you work?
Yes.
What do they make you do? What are your chores like?
Like vacuum the house, fold laundry, feed my horses, pick the outdoor stalls, pick the stalls,
You have to clean stalls? How many?
uh,
How many times a week?
every.
Every day.
Yeah.
Do you get paid?
No.
Ah, there's a lot of kids out there. They're like, what? Well, let's talk about the value of it, right? So you have kind of a unique system, an agreement with your parents about entry fees. Tell me about that.
So, let's say my entry fees are $220, okay? And I win like $300. So I pay back my entry fees and I get to keep the rest of that money. But most of the time, I don't. I go back to
You do? Wow. Why?
because I want to be able to go to other races and I don't need the money as much as they.
Okay. So you reinvest. You invest so you can go do it again.
Yeah.
Do you love her so much? Yeah. Hashtag Team Lexi. Riding for Team Murhow. Come on. Wow. We're 12 years old. You're already learning business, right? You're learning how to work. You've got work ethic. You have something that motivates you. You're willing to learn. She's willing to change her mind. Okay. And you're reinvesting. You're reinvesting. You're reinvesting. You realize there is a dollar value attached. Like it's an investment. Yes, it costs money, but is there anything else you'd rather do? Would you rather be scuba diving?
No.
No. Why horses? Why do you think horses have such a strong pull on people?
Honestly, this is just my opinion, but because you get to work with someone that's not a human and they can't talk, but they can like understand you in a way that sometimes humans don't. So that's me personally.
How do you know that? Like DC, what is it you think she likes about you?
I feed her a lot of cookies, of course. Usually I'm really patient with her and I spend a lot of time with her, just like hanging out and like giving her loves and all that stuff.
So loves for her. Does she like when you rub under her mane? Does she like when you rub her belly? What's her like favorite way for you to show her love or support or affection?
Sometimes she lets me kiss her on the face.
Oh,
Yeah.
What color is she?
She's a bay roan.
She's a bay roan. Oh, I love roan. Any roan.
Yeah.
Well, she sounds awesome. Let's talk about staying physically fit. Most people are like, yeah, okay, that's cool. I don't really care because it just sounds like a whoop. We got to stay fit, and you're young, right? So that may be the furthest thing from your mind. But I bet you do want to avoid pain.
Yes.
So tell us about a time when you've had to overcome pain. What happened?
I had a buckle fracture in my arm, and I had some rodeos coming up, so of course I let it heal some, but like I really wanted to go to those rodeos, so I had to fight through some of that pain.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then I had a shush fracture in my right foot from softball, and I had some junior high rodeo that I really wanted to go to, so I had to persevere through that a lot.
So when you got in the saddle after that, maybe it was your first competition after you said you broke your foot, right? And you pressed into your stirrup and you realized it hurt. Did it surprise you how much it hurt?
No.
But you were aware of it.
Yes.
So what did you tell yourself to ride through that?
Just ignore it. Just focus on the event you're doing and don't worry about it sometime else.
Now, I know your parents didn't just tell you, you'll be fine, like just ride, it doesn't matter, because nobody wants their kid in pain. Did you have a special brace? Did you have to go see the doctor? Did you get approval first? Did you wrap it? Did you do anything to take care of that injury?
There's a bone stimulator that we had to get, so I had to do that every night. Yeah.
And how'd that feel?
It actually didn't feel anything.
Oh, okay, good. bone stimulator. Sounds like it might hurt. But if it's going to make it better, I'm willing to do it. Okay. Well, good for you. You seem so adult-like. You're 12. She's 12. Like, she's in a kind of a kid body, but I feel like I'm just hanging out with an adult who's dealing with pain in her life and has a job and reinvesting in her business. Wow. Is there anything you want to ask me?
When did you start riding horses?
I actually don't have a memory of my first ride because I was riding before I could walk or talk. I saw one of my dad's old running buddies. So my dad was a professional cowboy, professional horse trainer, and I grew up on a big ranch in East Texas. So we leased 1,500 acres. My dad's best friend leased the adjoining 1,500 acres. And one of my dad's good friends who would come and help us work cows, his name is Clayton Carroll. Clayton Carroll, if you're watching, hello from Las Vegas. So he still lives in Central Texas, which is right outside of Lefty. So Clayton said he remembered when I was a baby, I was still in diapers, and they were all leaving out that morning. They're going to chase cows. And I was doing this to my dad, like, I want to go. Couldn't even talk. And my dad was walking out the door, and that was like my worst day. I was stuck to my dad like I was his shadow. And Clayton said, Eddie, you are not going to leave that baby. And he said, we're going to work cows. I'm not taking that baby all day. And you know, Clayton picked me up and took me all day. I rode in the saddle with him all day. That must have been a whooping. So thank you, Clayton, because I was really born into it. And even though I was born into it, I just had that draw and that fascination. I've always loved horses, and I started doing like little hometown play days and stuff when I was about 5. Nothing real serious. I was super shy, very insecure when I was your age. Oh my gosh, I struggled so much. I looked at girls like you and I was like, how do they do that? Why does it look so easy for them? Because it was not easy for me. And the faster horse my parents put me on, it was really hard for me to push through that because I was still like you know, you had to get used to DC. Well, I had to get used to Blue Rocket. He was a lot of horse for me. Yeah, so that's kind of my story. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Anything else?
No, I don't believe so.
What's something you want to do in Las Vegas while you're here?
Go to Cowboy Christmas stuff.
You got something on your shopping list?
No, I just like to look around. So, because sometimes on the top floor I see some Merhow trailers.
Yes, so Merhow, actually, they've had a booth at Las Vegas Convention Center at Cowboy Christmas for years. So they're upstairs. You can go walk through the showroom trailer. It is the special trailer made for the national finals. This one is also for sale. Wink, wink. It's a 3-horse. It has an outdoor kitchen. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, the Merhow I pulled didn't have an outdoor kitchen. I'm just saying. So did you know there's an expo here? Did you know it's called Downtown Christmas Expo? So when you walk in that door of the plaza and you go up to the 3rd floor, this expo, it's not as crowded, so you don't have to fight the crowds. And it's more of the smaller kind of handmade products and brands. So if you're looking for something very unique and personalized, I would recommend while you're here, you might as well sit through the Downtown Christmas Expo at the plaza because it's just cool. You get to know the vendors. I think it's interesting to hear their story and why they started. Like, what are the products they make in the Western industry? And because they are more handmade instead of mass produced, it's cool to get to know the maker. And that's what opportunity you have here at Downtown Christmas Expo. Lexi, you're awesome. Thank you for coming all the way down here
You're welcome.
and spending time with us. Thank you, Merhow, for making this possible. So Merhow provided our set. We're coming at you live from the living quarters of a brand new Merhow trailer. I love Merhow. I love the brand. I love that it is a lot more affordable Then some of the competitor brands, options you have in liver quarters. Did that appeal to you too? Did you shop price, or did you just see Merhow and say, that's it?
We did shop price and brand, but we did both.
So you went with Merhow. What I love most about Merhow are the people. You know, getting to know the people. Like just like shopping at Downtown Christmas Expo. When you get to know the people who make the trailers and their why, and why they love being in the horse industry and why they love taking care of horses and horse owners, well, that's important to me. So people who care about what I care about, obviously, I want to be friends with them. I want to be connected to them. So, and I'm sure other trailer brands care about the horses too. Obviously, they're in the horse trailer business. I believe that the Merhow team really takes special pride in how well they take care of their. Yeah, you agree. It's more of a family feel. And in the event that anything ever happens and you do need a repair, that is something that they take very seriously.
Yeah.
Have you had to have anything done to your trailer after you bought it?
Just one thing. We wanted a ramp added on, and they got that done really fast.
Mm-hmm. Why did you want a ramp?
I have this older horse, Ice. I started roping on him from the very start. He's older, and I don't want really him to get hurt jumping up into the trailer. So I wanted to get a ramp so that way he could just walk up.
And so did it make it easier for him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's easier getting down too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Lexi Brester, thank you so much for spending time with us. Thank you for being in Top 15 Challenge. Here is your assignment. If you took the opportunity to join the Cactus Backstage Pass, you're going to have an opportunity to win, okay, from this interview. Okay, this is sponsored by Merhow right here. It's a custom. It has Merhow on it. It is a Montana Silversmith piece of equipment that tie-down ropers always have on them. I keep them in my purse. I have them around the house. I won't be leaving this one in the barn to get dusty. But it's gorgeous. And if you want to win this, here's your assignment. If you were in the Cactus Backstage Pass. Obviously, I want you to tell me if anything stood out. What impresses you about Lexi? What's one thing you listened to in her interview, whether you're watching live right now or whether you're going to catch the replay? Go do your homework in the Stall High app. What is her horse's name? And we didn't say your horse's registered name. Okay, let's give them a hint. So what's the registered name, but don't tell them her barn name because they have to remember that and write it down. What's her registered name?
Dueler Lady Blue.
Dueler Lady Blue. I challenged her to say that 5 times. Are you going to challenge me?
Maybe.
Dueler Lady Blue. You want to both say it 5 times really fast? Okay, are you going to count? Okay, ready? Dueler Lady Blue. 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 Can we speed it up? Are you ready? Yeah. Let's go as fast as we can. All right. Dueler Lady Blue. Dueler Lady Blue. I've already won it. Yeah. So the secret to going fast is slow to go slow. Thank you guys for being here in Top 15 Challenge. I'm Kendra Dixon. I'm here with Lexi Brester, and we are challenging you to say Dueler Lady Blue 5 times. Your homework. What'd you learn from Lexi? And what is Dueler Lady Blue's barn name? All right, we'll see you guys in the next video.